Okay, the name of my lecture, Stars Above or Over Iran. Star is also Hermes 900, playing with words. But what I really would want to do today and do a homage to the mid-level range Efroni in the morning balance between all the tiers of UAVs in IAI. And Eyal before me talked about the tactical level, talked from male going down to the tactical level. I would like to talk today about the mid-level drone, one of the most impressive levels that are out there. These are drones from 500 kilograms to a ton and a half. This is the level called Category 2. Some also consider 5 tons as male drones. Some people say that that's hail, that's high level. And these drones changed a lot in recent years. If in the past they were maybe one drone on one station, recently they become arrays that are substantial with many platforms. Above 70%, as we heard, of flight hours of the Israeli Air Force are unmanned today. And maybe the glory this year came when they passed into second and third tier with the 12-day war with Iran, Rising Lion. Happily, it was published by the Air Force, so we are also able to boast this. So, what do we need in a UAV in order to carry out all these impressive missions that you saw in the video? Has to have a high uh, ability or high weight to take a lot of fuel to reach the range above 1,600 kilometers. It needs to take payloads or an array of payloads and work simultaneously. And it has to be moderately priced because we need a lot of platforms with many uh, systems working simultaneously, and also the ability to sustain hits or downed drones. And you know, we always lose drones. If we look at all these demands, except what we heard before and heard from Eyal, that technologies advance and sensors are getting smaller, the smaller drones cannot do the job like we saw back then. And the larger 5-ton drones are expensive and rare. Even though they also do amazing work, they can't be in the group that we're discussing here. This layer of male drones throughout the years was were flying high and then were not shut down. They had a very low acoustic signature, uh, RCS very low, thermic systems had a hard time to shoot them down. So the enemy was very, usually could not shoot them down. A famous case that we had 20 years ago, we had an air-to-air combat of a Hermes 450 with a Russian MiG, the MiG won, by the way, to our surprise, but most of them were unpenetratable. But recently, The enemy has better systems. They have optic systems, radar lock-ons, and this level is becoming more and more vulnerable. The Russia-Ukraine war, if you look at the X posts, you can see a lot of videos. Maybe the most known is the full destruction of the TB2 fleet 10 days after the opening of the war. This entire fleet from Turkey, with all the amazing words said about it, that it was coming to Ukraine to save Ukraine, 10 days the entire fleet was destroyed by the Russians on the ground and in the air. Even the most advanced drone, the MQ-9, is shot down occasionally over Yemen. And there was a conclusion, unavoidable, that this category is dead. We can't continue with the mid-level level. This was a piece that came out in the States about this. And there was a theory that we need to separate this mid-level. Some has to go up to the CCA, to high-level immune systems that work together with fighter jets, and some need to go downward to the lower level, to the tactical level, orbiters and skylarks that we know today. But happily, Israel did not accept this theory and proved that it can continue with the mid-level drones, also in second tier, also in the third tier. Also, we had downed drones. You can't do without it. And one of the reasons that Israel was able to succeed in a place that many and others less succeeded is the multidisciplinary nature of the elements that we have to neutralize our systems before the confrontation, during the confrontation, and to enable our mid-level platforms to work freely over the arena. But we didn't start with Hermes 900, these mid-level drones that we saw in Iran. We started with Zik, the nickname of the 450 Hermes, very simple, robust, cheap, that was developed for challenges of the end of the 70s to the 90s, as you know, and later when it was operational in the 2000s, it transitioned very nicely to other missions totally during the Intifada, precision strikes, surgical strikes, and recently to a broader array of missions, especially during this October 7th war. It's maybe the most mission flexible array that we have in the IDF, certainly in the drone system. Beyond the mid-level, we in Elbit have the largest portfolio worldwide. You can check what I say. There's no other company in the world with such a portfolio like Elbit, from low-level quadcopters to electrical vehicles, loitering munitions, mid-level UAVs, and of course the top of the line, the Hermes 900 Starliner, the only civilian certified in the world, at least today. From this mid-level, there's a category of 100 to 1,000 kilograms. There are a few images that I think the youngsters here don't even know that have practically disappeared. Aerostar, Hunter, Searcher, names that we don't even hear today because they disappeared from operational work. We in Elbit decided that we do believe in this layer, and we think that quantity does count. This level has to be robust. We need a large quantity to get the job done, and we decided to develop the next drone in this level exactly, counter the trend that we spoke about. Probably the only one still in this level, except the Hermes 450, is the TB2, the Turkish platform that we saw what its fate was in the war in Ukraine. We took simplicity of the Hermes 450, this workhorse, the scalability, the ability to field it, its affordability. We took from the 900 its new avionics, its multi-payload ability. As you know, there's a payload bay where you can switch in and out different payloads. Its satellite communications, its good takeoff weight. And we created a plane called Hermes 650 that takes the advantages of both these platforms. It has, on the one hand, the simplicity of operations of the 450. You can see its landing gear. They don't fold. We gave it a front engine, powerful engine with short takeoff and landing ability. It can take off from very short runways. We took the payload bay concept of the 900. It can take multiple payloads. It can take satellite communications. And this is our mid-level drone of the next era that we are pushing it forward today.
אולי חיסרון אחד, אני חושב שהוא הרבה פחות יפה מהארמס 450 והארמס 900. הוא לא נראה משהו, אבל הביצועים חבל על הזמן.
Performance unbelievable.
תודה רבה לכולם.
Thank you.